All right, day 5 out of 5. This is our last campaign, friends. Let's go ahead and jump right into this. Again, this is brought to you by Lift Session. My name is Mike. I'm the VP of Biz Development over here. So campaign number 5, this is a higher resource requirement campaign, but I love this one. It's a bit more complex, requires a bit more muscle. I'm going to give you guys an abbreviated version of it as well. But this is a transformation challenge campaign. Okay. The main goal here is to generate leads, create excitement inside your studios, and last but not least, generate revenue depending on how you guys go to market with it. All right. So how does this work? So here is the big grandiose all-in challenge. We build a 6-week transformation challenge. All right. The abbreviated version is you can do a weekly workout for 6 weeks or 4 weeks, or you guys can play around with the complexity and the amount of workouts or times that you want. But I'm going to recommend a 6-week transformation challenge. You use it as a lead generator or a small revenue generator. Maybe you want to charge $20 for an entry, and there's obviously prizes and things like that. But the goal here is to get people to work out a certain amount of times per week and show them that by combining in-person and virtual workouts, you can actually get really good results, okay? So you can include a nutrition portion of this if you have the knowledge. If you don't, I recommend that you steer away from it. But here's essentially how it works. For a 6-week period, individuals have to do 1 virtual workout and 2 workouts inside the club, or they can do 4 virtual workouts. Okay, you can do different combinations of this in order to be eligible. So it's 6 weeks of working out at least 3 times a week, once virtually, twice inside the club. That way you get them to come in and you essentially get the ability to sign them up in person. You can have cash prizes for participants, winners, right? That's always a great way to do it. You guys can decide the contest rules. People might want to come in to weigh themselves. That's another way. So if you do weigh-ins at the beginning and weigh-ins at the end, you can get individuals to essentially calculate how much weight they've lost and be eligible for different prizes. Again, this structure is very dependent on the type of business you have. If you have a yoga business, this might not be it. Maybe it's a different way that you win the challenge. Maybe it's simply by participating and doing at least 3 workouts weekly, where it's 1 virtual and 2 in the club. Maybe it's 3 virtual, right? You guys can work on those details. But the goal is to make sure someone works out a certain amount of time per week. Okay, very important. So how essentially do you market this? Well, you probably want to have special packages for those who want to take it to the next level. That's a plus. 2, you want to e-blast, social ads, social posts. You want to have in-club visuals, very important. E-blast to members and prospects as well. That's important. If you guys remember in the first campaign, I spoke about ManyChat, which is essentially a Facebook Messenger CRM. Anyone who messages you, you capture their data and you can remarket to them. Send obviously a marketing message through ManyChat, but you're going to market this the same way that you would market any type of event inside of your gym. Okay, so that's very, very important. Again, let's go back to the top because I want to talk about the structure a bit more. The goal here is you enter people into a virtual / in studio or in gym transformation challenge so people can start working out, but in a more simplistic way where they don't have to sign up to your gym necessarily or come 4 times a week in person. Because again, the world's changed. Fitness anywhere, anytime is a lot easier. So we're going to use virtual to complement workouts and get people onto this brand new transformation challenge or this transformation journey for them. In terms of the tools you need, you're going to need an execution guide for members in terms of how this works. You're probably going to need a contest sign-up sheet, right, saying that you abide by the rules. You might need a scale if you decide to do weigh-ins. You're going to need a broadcast type virtual training platform, or also potentially if you do small group, that's another way for some of you who want to get a little bit more advanced. I know some of you are going to take this challenge. You're going to put your own spin onto it. You're going to make it bigger and better and badder, and that's great. What I'm giving you guys today is just the architecture and the framework to be able to get this off the ground. All right. And then last but not least, in terms of branding and messaging, something that can work is begin your fall transformation from the comfort of your own home. Okay. That's another way that we can do it. So it's a transformation of some sort, whether it be physical, mental, spiritual for some of you, nutritional, right? But the goal again is to have people stick to a schedule of certain amount of check-ins weekly, but make sure that it's virtual and in person. That way you give people flexibility given the new world today. All right. So that was week 5 or excuse me, day 5, I should say. This was our last campaign that we were sharing in terms of generating revenue from a virtual training standpoint. If you guys like this, please send us an email, let us know, because we're going to do more content. More importantly, if you guys want some help in terms of launching some of this stuff, potentially want to see how the Lift tool can help you launch this, again, mike@liftsession.com, or alternatively, click in the link that's in the bottom of this email. Thanks, guys. Have a great day, and thanks for tuning in for all 5 days of our mini web series.